All right then. So how things? Things are okay?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's been a pretty wild adventure lately.
I bet.
All kinds of stuff going on. But it looks like you've got a new guitar there
I do.
aside of you. So I'm happy to see that it made it in one piece.
I have a new guitar here and I have many questions for you.
I imagine so. So
Yeah.
presumably you've had a chance to play that guitar.
Yeah. Sounds wonderful.
It's a bit different.
It is. I like
It
it a lot.
is it's a lot different. It's a lot different than what at least what Taylor's known for doing.
Well, I really enjoy it. And I guess, my first question would be it says gold label 814.
Right.
Right. So I looked in, I'm going 814. This isn't an 814, but so tell me.
So okay, so where can we start? The guitar I've got is an 814. This is this is an 814. This is an 814 Builder's Edition. Okay. Now, this is being a Builder's Edition guitar. This is like the quintessential modern Taylor. It's like the Hyper Taylor. It's representative of the kinds of guitars we're known for building, right? What are those? Well, we build guitars that play easy, have good action, accurate notes, good balance, great fretwork, things like that. Lots of modern stuff. Cool cutaway, armrest, like all kinds of fancy stuff. Very precise guitars. So I love that. I like these guitars a lot. And the thing is that as a guitar maker and a player, it's not the only thing that I like. Right? There's lots of neat sounds out there that we could make. And so one of the things that we started talking about some years ago when we introduced the V-Class idea was that it was a more adaptable design. It could be changed into a wider variety of things. It could turn into a bigger variety of sounds, different flavors. And yet you can retain some of what we like about like a modern Taylor guitar. Good playability, super precise pitch accuracy, good balance, that kind of thing. And so this is a very modern style guitar we're known for. And then I go, you know, let's try something different. Let's try something real different. This is a guitar I've been working on for quite a while. You could think of it like a counterpoint to Builder's Edition collection. So if we've got our core Taylor guitars, yeah, that's great. Love these things. And we build these Builder's Edition guitars that are like the director's cut. They're the hyper Taylors, the ultra Taylors. So they're the most modern of the Taylor modern guitars. So what if we took that kind of stuff, ultra precise balance, pitch accuracy, playability, fretwork, all the things, reliability, all the things that players love about a Taylor, and I'm going to make a guitar that's a little broader in what kind of sonority or sound that it makes. It's like we know that there's other guitars out there. I've worked on a lot of them. We know what old guitars sound like. We know what even older guitars sound like. Well, there's some things about in our collective guitar playing community. We appreciate those. I like those sounds. They're fun. And so when we started building the V-Class guitars, we started to build something that was very Taylor-ish. So, well, you've got this new thing. Let's build the thing that we're most known for. Okay, it makes sense. So we start doing that. We started to dabble a little more as we built like the Grand Pacific guitars. You go, well, here's a real high fidelity version of like a slope shoulder dreadnought-ish kind of flavor guitar. It's already like a mixed and mastered kind of sounding thing. Love that. That's really neat. I think maybe I'll go even further. And so now we have a guitar, like a sound that's entirely different than what we're known for.
It's exciting. I like it.
I think the handful of people who have put their hands on this and played a couple of chords went, oh, you had me at hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's wonderful.
What?
So 814 is the body shape slightly just different now, right?
Yeah. So how do you make a sound that is this different? There's a couple of main parts to this. One of them is that it is a new body shape. It's still within the kind of the medium size world that we'll call an auditorium. So we're going to call this one a super auditorium. Similar dimensions to a grand auditorium, but all of the curves that join those spots are different. They're rounder, in a way more classically proportioned. They're not so contemporary in their style. This is still a V-class guitar, but it's a different revision, a different adaptation of that idea. It's taking a little bit of influence from a classical guitar, actually.
I saw that. Looks like a little bit of fan brace in there.
Yeah, it's like V plus this. And so you get a lot of these same benefits, this ultra accurate notes that play in tune, that stay perfectly balanced, great volume, that kind of thing. But with this totally different kind of tone. How do you describe that? I don't know. I'm not good at that. I mean, I can use all the adjectives and still not come up with the right description.
I agree. It's a tough one to say. It's real open though. It's got a lot of it's a great sounding guitar. So I think it's going to be a nice fit.
Yeah, it's like all the contradictory adjectives. It's got bass, but it's clear.
Yeah.
It's warm and it's balanced. It's like even the high notes have this like kind of muscular but friendly, woody, warm thing of sustain and pitch accuracy. Like, man, I don't
now, will this be the new 814 in general, or will this be its own thing?
Right. The way that we're going to go into it is this is going to be a new collection of guitars. So you could think about our whole product offering, call it. The whole lineup of guitars we make, we have these core model Taylor guitars. There's a lot of players in the world like these. We're going to build those. We have these builder's edition guitars that are like the ultra modern trick woodworking versions of Taylor guitars. This is a new collection to go, well, this is a different kind of sound. This is a sound that's more like the bullseye center of what acoustic guitar probably sounds familiar to the biggest swath of players. It's bassy, but it's clear and balanced. It's warm. It's familiar. It has like an old soul. It's like a guitar with an old soul. It's got that thing that I hear in an old guitar. Like it's like taking a look back at guitar playing heritage and going, I want to take a piece of that, as if Taylor were an even older company than the 50 years that we are. Go, let me take some from 100 years ago and put some of that into this guitar.
It is. It does. It's got a lot of kind of modern and vintage to it.
Yeah. So the shape
ask you about the headstock too.
Right.
I love the headstock. And is there a new angle? Something that's really cool.
Everything about that. Like when I build a guitar, I want it to be a cohesive guitar because the sound and the impression of this guitar when I hear it is so very different. This felt like it needed some very different decorative touches to feel appropriate. And so, this peg head, the back cut, kind of old-fashioned angle on there, it's taken out like the mandolin, banjo, early archtop guitar tradition. That's where
really cool.
That's where it came from. It's actually like a neat mix of a Taylor, you got like these two side scoops and points from a classic Taylor headstock. Yeah. And then the center section out of a design that I used to build in my pre-Taylor days.
Yeah.
Kind of in my...
No, it's cool. It does. That's funny you said banjo because it does look like it's got a really cool cut to it. And then the logo itself is cool too.
So the logo itself I redrew kind of in a much older, it's like a page from a much earlier book. inlay designs, all of that flavor, even the pickguard. This engraved celluloid is like straight out of the 1920s banjo, early 20s, 30s archtop guitar kind of flavor.
It's beautiful. Rosette's incredible.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's really cool. I really like it. It's a great looking guitar. So I'm assuming then this will come out, and then you'll have a couple other different backwoods and stuff like
Eventually.
that.
Right now it's new enough that I want to just focus and go. I think we've all had plenty of variety in the last year or two. Like,
yeah,
there's been a lot of variety.
Don't need another model number to try to figure out.
Totally. And so I want to build these guitars and go, wait, just let it be what it is. We'll build it with 2 different wood combinations. This will be a Honduran rosewood spruce combo. It'll be a Koa spruce combo. And you can get a sunburst top on either one of them. That's cool. We're going to start right there. One of the aspects that we haven't touched on yet, we've talked a little about the bracing. So this is a different revision of a bracing architecture inside. It's a new body shape. The neck is also different. Okay, so this is something pretty unique. Okay, so let's think about Taylor for a minute. Against the backdrop of traditional guitars. You're well acquainted with how we do neck resets on dovetail or tenon, traditional kind of mortise and tenon neck. It's a hassle. It's expensive. We don't like that. As a repairman, I used to love it because I was on the receiving end of the player's money to do those. They're still difficult. And so the first 25 years of Taylor guitars, where the necks were built with mostly a flat heel, bolts or hardware into the heel, and a glued-on fretboard, that's an easier guitar to repair, to do a neck reset. The next 25 years of Taylors, where we built, okay, we want this to be even more serviceable. Let's build precise spacers, use only hardware to attach to that neck. And now you could do a neck reset in 20 minutes. Well, that's a big improvement. That's a lot easier. This one is along that same evolutionary path, but this one is adjustable with a wrench.
Okay.
So
neck angle is adjustable?
Yeah. So the entire setup of the guitar for the life of the instrument, you're going to do a truss rod adjustment to adjust the curvature of the neck. And then you're going to use that same wrench and adjust the string height. And you're done.
Wow. I did see that. I looked inside. I saw that one.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll decorate it a little more so it won't be quite so obvious, but I wanted to, without having to explain it up front, go, you just got to know that something's a little different here. But
that's
literally,
pretty amazing.
Without removing the strings,
okay,
without detuning the strings,
right,
let alone take the neck off.
That's ideal.
You put a truss rod wrench on it and you turn it until you like how the guitar plays, and that was your setup.
Wow.
So if the weather changes and maybe it gets humid and the strings are a little higher than you're comfortable on, you can adjust it.
That's pretty cool.
Maybe you never adjust it. Maybe you play the guitar and go, hey, 30 years time, we'll do a neck reset. Guess what? You're probably due for new strings on it.
Yeah,
let's change the strings. Okay, now let's adjust the guitar.
Yeah, right.
Play good.
Exactly. That's amazing.
That's part of what's also contributing to this sound. It's a long-tenon design. So it actually has a sound the guitar is a little lighter in weight, and it sounds more like a traditional, like a mortise and tenon neck, but without any of the other stuff. So you end up with this guitar where you go, man, so I get the accuracy of Taylor build. I get great fretwork. I get a great neck. I get even more easy to adjust. I have good balance. I have incredible pitch accuracy, except that now it's mixed with this sound that I couldn't ever quite get to with other guitars. Hey, this is kind of a cool thing. I'm sort of digging this.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Well, that's exciting because I actually wanted to adjust this one a little bit and I didn't have time. And I was like, I was going to adjust it. But now knowing what you just said,
Yeah.
That's
You literally, like my favorite tool to adjust it with. Have you ever seen one of those flexible carburetor screwdrivers?
yeah, yeah,
It's got like a 1/4-inch hex tip on it that you can put
yeah,
interchangeable screwdriver bits.
yeah.
Take the screwdriver bit out of it, throw that away. That's all you need to adjust this. You put it
That's
on
perfect.
that lower bolt and you tilt it a little, goes a long way. It's just a tiny little bit and you'll literally see the strings go up and down.
Yeah, and you're talking, it's a neck angle, right?
It's a neck angle adjustment to actuate that. And you go, well, like there now, it's probably getting a little drier because it's cold in your neck of the woods.
Exactly.
So presumably the action's a little bit lower. Okay, well, just turn that knob a little bit counterclockwise and you'll see the strings come up.
Amazing. That's cool.
It's pretty neat, man.
Yeah. That's
it's an exciting thing for me as a guitar maker to go, man, we could provide even a little more inspiration to players. Go, well, we want to build a better guitar to serve the needs of musicians. Well, that comes in different sounds, different choices, different things like that. But it can also come in, how do you make it play better? How do you make it feel better? How do you make it more serviceable? It's like, now, well, to service the guitar, I mean, I'd still want them to come into your shop. And so you can, sell them a new set of strings or something.
Yeah, right,
But literally, it's 20 seconds. It's not 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Let alone a month.
Right. That's pretty incredible. I'm excited about that.
You take that and you put it into the most heritage-based kind of sound that we've ever done, with the entire package, from the case to the headstock to the inlays to the shape to all of it. Well, this is a different world.
Yeah. Oh, and it's got the Eller bags in it too, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it's just another element. I look at a guitar like this and I go, I really don't want to see these 3 knobs up here on a guitar like this. I don't think that fits as well. I mean, the ES2 is great, but it's a very modern, like hi-fi oriented kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one, I think the way that most players would appreciate it best is with a real simple, straightforward, kind of traditional at this point, undersaddle pickup. Just do that. If you don't want the pickup at all, that's cool. You can evaporate it. There's never really a indication it was there. If you want to change it for something else, do that. It's an acoustic guitar first and foremost. And so in a way, it feels a little similar to what I've been enjoying doing with Powers Electric as this electric guitar, and go, well, this is a thing that's taking a lot of influences of the past, but imagining them as what I would want it to do for today's player. Okay, so what if we did the exact same thing with acoustic guitar? Go, I want it to serve the player well. I want all of the benefit that we know from modern guitar making, but I want the soul of something that was then. I want to put that into the guitar.
Yeah.
So
I think you did it. I think you did it because it's definitely got modern and vintage combined, and it looks wonderful.
Well,
Congrats. Yeah.
Thank you.
What else has been going on with you?
There's a lot. Aside from the electric guitars and the acoustic guitars and chasing the kids around the yard. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yours are still young. Mine are almost all gone. It's wild. It happens quick.
That day will be a trip where we've got this funny mix right now where our oldest son is well established in his teenage boy kind of flavor. Where he just wants to surf. He goes surfing all the time. He got really into hot rods, and so we're working on tinkering with the cars and all that kind of stuff, making messes of every kind.
That's great.
It's great. It's completely wonderful in every way. our daughter's 10 and has gotten super into this really intricate beaded jewelry that she's making.
Nice.
I kind of look at it and go, well, I don't know that I could pull that off, but I did inlay work at that age. You're doing this other kind. Cool, go for it, And our youngest boy's only 6, so he's just in the thick of it all, having
That's
a ball.
Great.
So
that's
between
great.
Between them and chasing the chickens around the yard and everything else, it's pretty wild era for us.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. We're blessed to get to do it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's never a dull moment anymore. It's just, I always think, it's gonna settle down next year a little bit, and nope. Everything just gets busier, but it's fun. Yet. It's great.
Not yet, and I mean, I can't really imagine the age when the kids start moving on and out, and go, wow, what will we do then?
Exactly.
I guess we'll go back to
You'll
some.
You'll still be busy. You'll still be busy. No doubt. I guarantee it.
No doubt.
So,
yeah.
Well, cool. Well, Andy.
Hey, it's great to see you.
Anything else you want to add?
What I'd love is for you to take that guitar, play it next to other guitars so that you have a comparison. Because that's a good frame. It puts you in a good frame of reference for going, well, in what ways is this different? Play it next to some Taylor guitars, play it next to some Martins, play it next to some Gibsons, all those things, and go, it's pretty interesting to see where this could go.
Yeah, it's in its own. I did a little bit of that already, and it is. It's kind of got its own thing, and it fits in nice. So
players will dig this.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll get to see you at NAMM.
Yeah, I will be there. I will see you there.
That'll be wonderful.
Thanks for everything you do. And we'll see you soon.
That sounds good.
All right.
Take care.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Andy.
All right. We're going to kill this recording real quick.